Right then, welcome back to 5 Things That We Learned watching Manchester United smash Leeds at Ellen Road yesterday. In number 1 then, Jadon Sancho's surge continues. 2 assists, most dribbles, most passes in the final third, most touches in the opposition penalty area. He was the best player on the pitch. Again, another man of the match performance. He's on absolute fire at the moment. And I thought yesterday's game was going to suit him. I really did, because the way Leeds play, it's just a pure transitional game of football, and the way Leeds play, it just plays right into the hands of that. So I expected him to have a good game. Didn't think he'd come away with 2 assists. Maybe could have done a little bit better with his shots, but ultimately United got the 3 points. He gets 2 assists. I can't complain too much, man. And the form he's in at the moment, it looks like he's the one that sort of took it upon himself to be like, right, are we going to have a good end to this season or what, lads? He's got a grip of them, and they're away and at the races with it now. So well done, Jadon. Hopefully this form continues for a long time. Number 2, Bruno just produces. Bruno's now been directly involved in 21 goals across all competitions for United this season. That's 33 appearances, 9 goals and 12 assists. It's ridiculous. In a time when he's been criticised and the team's been playing shit, those are still elite level numbers. He's been played further back this season than he ever has been as well. So this is really impressive. He's been directly involved in 60 Premier League goals at Manchester United. That's 76 appearances, 35 goals, 25 assists. Quite frankly, ridiculous numbers. And I thought he had a bit of a frustrating game yesterday, to be honest with you. And I thought a little bit emotional, actually, at times. And even though I thought Scott McTominay playing emotionally helped the team, I think sometimes Bruno's emotion can hinder the team. And sometimes it can be a little bit of a frustrating player like that. When he's not providing goals and assists, you kind of go, well, what is he doing? He gives the ball away a lot, but he also is literally the most creative chance creation player in the Premier League. Statistically, he's untouchable. So you've got to allow him to be able to give the ball away. I get the frustration sometimes when it ain't coming off and when he's playing a little bit emotionally. I just wish he'd relax, because if he relaxed, I think he'd take an extra gear out of his game. I think what makes him great is when he plays, when he looks like he's enjoying himself, because he is a seriously productive player. And again, yesterday, 1 goal, 1 assist, and didn't even particularly play very well. What's he going to be like when he actually starts playing well? Number 3, Fred's cameo. Fred was just brilliant when he came on, and so many people criticised the decision to take Paul Pogba off. Paul Pogba had a good first hour, then I think he kind of faded. And then when you see Fred coming on for Pogba after Pogba's had such a game, you're like, honestly, are we really doing that? But yeah, we are doing that. And actually, it was well justified. The energy he brought, the fight that he brought, Fred was class when he came on. Ethan was watching the game in there as well, the commentator for Paddock FC, and he was saying to us all the way through the game, I think Fred's all the way through the last 20 minutes, I think Fred's man of the match here. I think he's been absolutely class, and I think he was taking a piss, but there was an element of truth to what he was saying. And I don't necessarily agree he was man of the match. I think it was Sancho. But the point was Fred had come on and he'd actually levelled up. And the justification for taking Pogba off and putting him on was there for all to see. A lot of energy and actually some quality. Got a goal. And okay, Jadon Sancho gets an assist for this. It's the easiest assist he's ever going to have in his career. But plays the ball into Jadon Sancho. He forces himself to run afterwards, which is such a cliche pass and move, follow your pass. Something so basic and simple like that, but he does it and he finds himself in space. He hits it first time. Normally we see them sail over the bar and hit someone in the crowd. Not today. It's just blasted inside the near post, and he's got himself a goal. So well done, Fred. Good showing. Number 4, top 4's not over. I might have jumped the gun a little bit a couple of weeks ago. I said top 4 was over. It looked like we were on a bit of a downward spiral, but we bounced back. And actually, the team's dropping points around us as well has probably helped us. Now, everyone around us pretty much has got games in hand. And if they all win all of those games in hand, yeah, we're not getting top 4. But the teams around us are as inconsistent as we are, and they're dropping points all over us too. The importance of finishing top 4 can't be overstated. And the need for us to finish top 4, it'd be the 3rd season on the bounce that we've done it, which shows some sort of progress in the post-Fergie, topsy-turvy, it's a bit shit United. 3 seasons of Champions League football's pretty good. There's also the 700th Premier League win for United as well. More than any other side in the league history. Not a bad opposition to do it against, I would say. In number 5, super subs. when he takes off Ronaldo and Pogba, you're like, oh, game's in the balance here. This could go either way. You've took Ronaldo and Pogba off. I hope you know what you're doing, Ralph. And he knows what he's doing. Elanga scores. Fred scores. Game's put to bed. We made some tweaks after Leeds sort of got a bit of a foothold in the game. A little bit fortunately, but they were back in the game and it was in the balance for a moment. The subs worked. They were ballsy subs to make. Not using Rashford, bringing on Elanga instead. Ballsy call for Ralph to make, but absolutely justified because the result in the end was 2 substitutes, get 2 goals, and add to the 3 points. Perfect. And I think I mentioned this on the review, but I think it's worth talking about again. It was a proper throwback game of football. The crowd turned up, the players turned up, the pitch turned up. All of those ingredients added it to make it an absolutely wicked game of football, a really enjoyable game of football. There was Scott McTominay. If you look at his stats, you'll think he was shit, right? And sometimes there's something in that. But his attitude outshone all of that. He was second best in duels. He was second best in a lot of his passing. He was second best multiple times yesterday. But he was first class in his attitude. And sometimes in a game like that, with that sort of opposition, who, especially after they got their 2 goals, were right on top of Manchester United, and you've seen the trouble flaring up right at the end of the game, you just need someone who's going to run around and smash and foul and be this close to getting a red card for half an hour. And that's what Scott McTominay did. And sometimes that attitude can take you over the line in a tight game. Someone who's just going to fucking bleed and kick and punch and fight for the team. And that's what we saw from United. And that's what resulted in, like, I can imagine as a neutral, you'd have been on the edge of your seat. Leeds fans are gutted. United fans are delighted. But a neutral, if that had been the first ever experience of football that you'd been to at the ground, you'd been like, fuck you, now I'm having some of this again. This was mint. And yeah, I love beating Leeds. And I love the rivalry in football. I think it's got too soft, too sanitised, and too matey. And I love rivalry. It's what makes it tick. It's only interesting when there's any sort of consequences on the line. You know, if it's going to be bad when you win, it's going to be amazing when you lose. You need that balance. And that's what I thought was so good about yesterday's game. Mint. Anyway, make sure to subscribe if you're new around here. I might do another late night podcast if you want to stick around for one tomorrow. But if you're not, make sure to subscribe and go and check out how my team has got on this weekend. We've got 4 games for definite, 5 if we win our semi-final that we won the quarter of yesterday. So at most 5 games left this season. We are in the running for potentially a double. We've got a bad goal difference advantage, or disadvantage. So in the league, we're hoping other people drop points. It's not in our hands. We've got a massive game this weekend. If you want to see how the lads got on yesterday, it was 9-1 in the Stretford derby. Sensational performance. If you want to go check it out, the link for that will be in the description. Otherwise, check out the rundown that we did this weekend. That's extra content that we do for the Patreon group that supports this channel. If you want to get involved in all that lot, there's going to be some more content for that coming out this week. Check the link in the description and come and get in the mixer. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters.
Identifies as someone that's
Yeah, identifies as a lazy person.
I've been here since like 8 this morning.
It's a tough 5 job, you.
Someone who gets in half an hour late every day.
Not very punctual.
So I believe you've never got married?
Who was the vicar, Joe? Who married them, Joe? That's the first 2 people.
So hang on,
They can't do anything as a throuple.
No, they could have had a kid, made that kid become a vicar, and then made that vicar marry them.
That's sex before marriage, though. Can't do that. Go to hell.
No,
Because wasn't Eve made from Adam's rib?
What?
Right, so
We got a problem here, Cal.
I don't mind pineapple, so I'm all good.
Pineapple on pizza? No way, no how, no chance. Pineapple should not be on a pizza.
Why is it bad to call United Man U? How do you have the inside scoop on United info? Do I support any other teams other than Man United? The fuck I do. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, 5-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.